Howdy, wizards. Welcome to the new Outlaws of Thunder Junction set. Today, I'm going to be opening up this bundle. Check out the set box we opened up a little bit ago. I'll have the video in a couple different parts down below. But otherwise, taking a look at this bundle today. Comes with a couple different things. Looks like we've got some foil, traditional foil, and 15 regular basic lands. So probably not the full art, I don't believe, but we'll see. And we got ourselves the key to the vault in a foil fancy version. And a box and a die. This time we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for our 9 play boosters. So yeah, let's get into it. Check out a couple things in the box and then we'll look through those packs. I'm looking forward to this set. Being in Arizona myself, gotta love all the cactus and cactarantulas and all that. Ooh, we got a loot, I believe. Cool. The man himself seems to be doing some waves in Commander. Sweet. But love this box too. Look at that train. It's gonna be some scheming happening. Alright. Let's see. Let's check out. I think we got ourselves a nice die. Ooh, I'm actually a really big fan of that. Look at that. It's like gold. It's gold. Easy to read the numbers too. I'm definitely going to be using this as one of my play die. Big fan of that. Yeah, so now they just have the packs all in that, so they don't have a divider anymore. Kind of sucks. But all good. Got some cutouts, some pointers. Got the pit pocket and the muscle. Good old Rakdos. Alright, let's open up these foils. Let's see if we get some full arts. Oh, we are going to get some full arts too, so maybe we'll get some of the foiled ones. So I think what they're doing now is they're doing 2 regular lands, and then the rest are the full art. Or at least, yeah, so one of each. You can get the art in case you're missing one. Then 2 of each of the normal. Always good to have more full art lands. Kind of like these. They've got like the hidden symbol in the art. Ooh, we got Key the Vault. It's gonna be fun in some Voltron decks, maybe even like a Kiri deck. If you're doing like mono blue artifact, deal damage to a player, might be fun. 2 mana and 2 and a blue to equip. For equipment, legendary equipment, whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, look at that many cards from the top of your library. You may exile a non-land card from among them, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. You may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. Which seems decent, especially if you got a bunch of high power or high mana cards in your deck. Seems like a lot of fun. And sweet, so we are going to get a foil of each one. You can see the symbols really. There's the plane symbol, the island symbol. Putting this in one of my commander decks. Did not have the pleasure of getting the blue island. Love seeing the foils. Got ourselves a swamp. And the mountain. There's that fire symbol. And there's the tree. You can really see it in the tree in the foiling. But sweet. Got the desolate wastelands. Fountains. Ooh, all the little sapperlins. There's a train. Cool. Look at that train. It's a crazy train. Look at all those cactus. But I like it. Kind of dark. The basic cells seem kind of dark, but happy to get these foils. Alrighty. Let's get into the real packs. See what we're not guaranteed. Here we go. Yeah, kind of mad they took out the divider. I really liked it for deck building, making decks and stuff. So here's 4 and 5. Let's start with the 5th. Get right into it. Ooh. Got ourselves a giant beaver. You can mount the beaver if you want to, or you can saddle it. It's kind of dumb. Ooh, nice recursion if a creature dies. Return to the battlefield tapped, and you create a treasure token for 2 mana. Not the best. And we got ourselves a cantrip, 1 blue, draw a card. Other stuff doesn't really matter if all you're trying to do is cast a spell and draw a card. Make an indestructible lifelink. Nice. Iron the Paladin. All good limited fodder. Target opponent. Creatures target opponent controls get -1 and surveil 2. Good for those crime decks. It will commit a crime by targeting a player. The Brigand. No blocking if you commit a crime. Forsaken Miner. Cool to see another copy of this. If you commit a crime, you can pay black and return him from the graveyard to the battlefield. And he's only 1 for a 2/2. You can't block, but he comes in untapped. So, yeah, graveyard to the battlefield untapped as well. So, as people are talking about this. This may be a great recursion guy. And High Noon. I didn't get one of these in the boxes. Was really looking forward to it. Happy to see it. Each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Rule of law for 2 mana. You gotta be playing red. But the cool part about that is you can pay 4 red, sacrifice High Noon, deals 5 damage to any target, to the player, to the creature, and you can do this on their end step at instant speed before it gets to your turn, and all of a sudden you don't have rule law anymore. So, very cool to see it. And we got a couple more cards back here. Journey to Nowhere. 2 mana, exile target creature and doesn't leave the battlefield till this does. Nice. Thrash the Town, foil. Get trample and deals damage to draw some cards. And full art planes. Cool art. Wow, Duke the Hero. Sweet. Well, really happy to see High Noon. That was one of my look after cards. Still haven't got the green Surge card. That looks like the Trojan Horse. Really looking forward to that. Explosive Derailment. Great in limited. Braces Varmint. He's actually a Varmint. Pay him for 2. Sack him. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Seems good. Nizumi. Very good in limited. That replacing himself with a 1/1 mercenary is very good. Sees the Secrets. Better, strictly better divine. The 3 mana draw 2. Could be 2 mana. Limited fodder. Desert. Comes in, choose the color. Tap for any color you choose. Ambush. Add knife point. Good in your outlaw decks. Gets a mercenary every time you do a crime. Once per turn. I don't like to say once each turn. I like to say once per turn because every single turn you're going to be targeting something with an ability. Getting things on the whole go around. So it's like once each turn. I like that better. Ooh, Arid Archway. Taps for 2, colorless. You do have to return a land to your hand. If it's a desert, you surveil 1. So, the extra value on surveil. Hellspur Posse Boss. 4 mana. Outlaws you control have haste. Assassins, mercenaries, pirates, rogues, and warlocks are all outlaws. So, in the past, if you have any of those card types, all of a sudden they're outlaws now. And it's battlefield, you get new mercenaries, and they both got the haste. So, technically, he's a 4/4. If you need him to be, as a blocker. And then back for more from Prosperity. 6 mana, return creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It fights target creature you don't control. Fight and recursions, nice. Desert's Dew, -2/-2. It's very decent in limited. And the Soured Springs deals the damage to target opponent, which will trigger those crimes. Alright, let's get to the next one. Thanks for watching today, guys. If you liked the video so far, like and subscribe down below. Ooh, we got a Tumbleweed Rising. I think this is going to be big and standard for mono green decks. 2 mana, create an XX green elephant, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So you got a 5/5 out. All of a sudden you have 2 5/5s for 2 mana. Or you can plot it and wait until you have the big guy out. So you play this for 3. You exile it to the side, and then you get yourself a 2/2, a 6/5, like the 4 mana 6/5 worm, and all of a sudden you've got yourself another 6/5 worm for free on turn 4. It's gross. Very gross. The Muscle, good and limited. Phantom Interference, counterspell. Ooh, got 2 more cast. You can make it a flash Mystical Tether. The Quill Charger, saddle. Taps non-mount creatures. Skullduggery, good for committing those crimes and swinging things in your favor unlimited. We got a Dark Arlock, the Grizzled Genius. Cards from Graveyard or Exile cost 2 less to cast, and plotting cards cost 2 less to cast from your hand. So it might see good things happening with it in limited. He's got kind of like an exploit. When he enters the battlefield, you may sack a creature. If you do, target player draws 2 cards and loses 2. So you can either commit a crime, or you can give yourself a couple cards, and you can plot him for 1 in a black. Or 2 in a black, sorry. He seems pretty decent. There's some other cards from the past that do similar stuff like that. Sign in blood on a creature. Seems alright. Mobile Homestead. It seems like a decent vehicle. As long as you control a mount, it has haste, so you can attack that same turn. And whenever it attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it on the battlefield tapped. Might see some play in some other formats. Slickshot Show Off, one of the best rares in the set, or value-wise. You can either play him for 1 and a 2. He's got Flying and Haste, 1/2. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Slickshot Show Off gets +2/+0 until end of turn. I think he's going to love Burn, or Burn is going to love him, in other words, because you can plot him for 1 in a red, put him to the side for now, and by the time you're ready to cast him, you got enough cards in your hand that can burn out the opponent. He's coming in the air for +2/+4 on turn 3. So you're swinging in with a 5/2 with flying, +2 burn spells to the face. He seems very efficient, very pushed, and might actually be something that format's standard a little bit. Haven't been playing standard for a while, but seems like it'll be fun, especially with a new arrival coming back from Ravnica, Skewer the Critics. I love the art on this. It's got a bunch of daggers, but Spectacle, you can pay 1 red instead of 3 to cast 3 damage to any target at sorcery speed. Notable. We got ourselves a Boneyard Desecrator and a Swamp. Ooh, look at that art for the mana drain. Yeah, love it. Love it. Alright, pack 4. Let's get to the next. Yeah, so far pretty good value. Liking these. Quick draw. Good little limited spell. Reach for the Sky. Consuming Ashes. Daring Thief, Flash, good for limited. Play it on their turn. Cast your second spell. Enters the battlefield, discard and draw. And then we got ourselves a Brimstone Roundup. Whenever you cast a second spell each turn, make a mercenary. Nice. Crom doesn't have partner. But he does say whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a counter in, draw a card. Notable legendary. It says draw a card on it. Thunder Lasso. Attaches. Rambling Possum might be fun in some decks. You can return creatures to your hand when he attacks saddled. So any creature that's saddled at this turn, you can return to your hand. Might be good in some kind of bounce strategies. And we got ourselves a Gearhead. This is going to be the third Gearhead I've got out of pre-release and whatnot. It seems like fun though. 3 mana. It's got the red, green, and white colors. I think Naya. And then he's got haste himself. Non-token creatures you control, including him, have tapped, create a token that's a copy of target token you control that enter the battlefield this turn. And he's a 3/3. So definitely shenanigans afoot. They already got a bunch of tokens, so he's going to be a great addition to that. Cool to see a mythic. Oh, and we got a Anguished Unmaking. This is going to be my first Anguished Unmaking, actually. And a mythic slot for the Prosperity Post. We got back there some flyers, some rewards like Oko. But 1 white and a black for instant exile target non-land permanent. You lose 3 life. Very cool to see. Have never got one of those before, but cool to see 2 mythics in the same pack. And we got ourselves a foil Steam Ahead. Basically a +2/+2 to your creatures. They gain trample and can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Great overrun effect. And Bristling Backwoods Desert deals 1. Nice treasure. Sweet. Awesome. Cool packs. Alright, let's take a look at the next. We got a Black Snare Buzzard. And there's a battlefield with the counter if creature died. We can plot for 2. Plot him on turn 2 if you can't play him yet. The Sentry. It's got Defender, can attack. More crimes. Inventive Wingsmith. Gains flying. Enters the battlefield. The prickly pear here. You get an extra mercenary when it enters. It's a 2/2 for 3. Comes in with another. Throw the Saddle. Nice little fight spell. 2 mana, destroy target tap creature at sorcery speed. You gain 2 life. Not too bad. Hollowed Marauder. Nice. The Stitcher. Make some zombies. Ooh. One of the looked after uncommons in the set. Servant of the Stinger. 1 and a black, Death Touch, 1/3. If he deals combat damage to a player and you've committed a crime this turn, so you've targeted something your opponent controls or things in the graveyard, you may sacrifice him after he deals the damage. If you do, search your library for a card and put that card in your hand and shuffle. Might be good in those creature decks that are just trying to get an extra way to get a card to their hand, but Tutor on a creature for 2 mana, no extra mana investment, seems very decent, very good. Satoru, the Infiltrator, going to be great in ninja decks. He himself is a ninja rogue, and he's got a black-blue cost for 2/3 menace. When he and/or another, and/or one or more other non-token creatures enter the battlefield under your control, if none of them were cast, if no mana was spent to cast them, draw a card. So any kind of ninjutsu is going to get all kinds of value off this guy. So it seems fun. We got ourselves a Repulse, 2 and a blue. Return target creature to his owner's hand and draw a card. Committing crimes and draw a card at the same time. Seems decent. And we got ourselves a foiled Skullduggery. Nice. Alright, let's see what we got next here. Trick Shot. Good removal unlimited. And we got ourselves another one of those copy Tumbleweed Rising. The Muscle. Phantom Interference. Counterspell or make a Spirit. The Tethering. Enters, exile artifact or enchantment until it leaves. Deadeye Duelist. Very good for committing a crime each turn. 1 mana, deals 1 damage to target opponent. Not the best, but it is a 1/3 reach as well for Jew. Human Assassin, so it's an outlaw as well. Deadeye Duelist. Great and limited for those committed crime decks. Triggers well with things like the Raven that pings or life drains at return to. Gold Pan. Nice for fixing. Brimstone Roundup. Whenever you cast it, you get a mercenary. You can plot it. Ooh, another Crom. Nice. Possum. Sweet. Ooh, we got a key to the vault. We had our foiler one over there. Well, let's actually see, for comparison, how they look different. Ooh, they are a little bit different. So this one's pointing to the left. Veer to the left. That's all they said. But cool. See, it's gonna be fun in some types of commander decks, I think. Someone's gonna run it. At least Yuriko decks might test it out, dealing combat damage and whatnot. Trying to catch free things, get like a giant 10 mana spell off the top for free is gonna be cool. Humiliate. Target opponent reveals their hand. You get a card from it. You got the Sentry, Lonely Arroyo, white blue. And we got the Savage Smash art card. Nice. All right. Let's get to the next one here. Quick draw. Reach for this guy. Consuming Ashes, exile the creature. If it's less than 3, you've surveilled 2. Not too bad limited. Might be some better options. The Flash Thief. Ooh, nice. 1 and a red. You may discard a card or sacrifice a land. If you do, draw 2 cards. So you can only do it if you do that. But you can cast it and not do that. Just have a cast. You can also plot for 1 and a red. So it can add to your storm count later. If you put it to the side, if you don't need the mana right now or you don't want to discard yet, save it. And then in the Spellslinger decks, you can bring it out. Sack a land when you don't need one and draw 2 without going down in card size. So Highway Robbery is an interesting card. I might test it out in some Spellslinger decks. Got the Throw the Saddle. The Summoner. Whenever it attacks, you make a dinosaur. A 3/1 red dinosaur. And if you control 4 or greater. Nice. And we got ourselves the Beastbound Outcaster. Enters if you control 4 or greater. Draw a card. And you can also plot it for 2, which is nice. Early turn 2, plot it. Turn 3, you put down your big dude, and then you draw a card off that for free. Got ourselves a Desert, and ooh, nice. Botanical Sanctum with the cactus art. I'm a big fan of this. But cool. 4, no border. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control two or fewer other lands. The fast land. Cool. I love the art on that. Oh, and we got ourselves a mythic from the vault. Memory Vessel. 3 in red. Tap, exile. Each player exiles the top 7 cards of the library. Until your next turn, players may play cards they exile this way, and they can't play cards from their hand. Activate only as a sorcery. So it has to be on your turn. It kind of sucks, but 5 mana wheel that temporarily stops whatever's in their hands and doesn't put it in the graveyard, notably. Could be fun to mess with, to check out. And we got ourselves a Bedevil. Black, red. Destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker. Instant speed. Got a nice rare from the big score. Ferocification. For the enchantment, it says target creature either gets +2/+0 or menace and haste. So we got another 3 mana enchantment that at the beginning of combat you can give a creature haste. It seems pretty great. You can play your stuff that turn, and then as soon as combat comes around, give them haste. There's only so many cards in any legacy formats that do this for free without paying any mana or tapping it or something like that. So cool to see it. Got ourselves another mythic that pack. All right. Snakeskin Veil. Callback. Give something hexproof. Corrupted Conviction. Sack of creature. Additional cost and draw 2 cards. Nice. Geyser Drake. If it's not your turn, spells cost 1 less to cast. Good in those flash decks. Make yourself some sheep if it attacks saddled. Enters the battlefield. If you control another outlaw, make a treasure. Nice. The tap creatures. Enters the battlefield. Tap target creature. All the Baleful Strix. Harrier Strix, sorry. Vile Smasher. Might seem fun. Whenever another outlaw enters, deals 1 damage to target opponent, creating those crimes every turn. Seems like cool. It seems like a lot of fun. Metamorphic Blast. It's got Spree. Until end of turn, target creature becomes a rabbit. And plus, target creature draws 2 cards for 3 mana. Rampaging Wrestler. Untap all creatures target player controls, or target creature gains double strike. And Vatmir, New Blood. Very good and limited. 2 mana, 2/2. Commit a crime. You put a counter on it only once per turn. As long as he has 4 or more +1/+1 counters on it, he gains menace and lifelink. Seems like fun. And we got a Humiliate and a Foily Irascible Wolverine. Enters the battlefield, exile the top, and until end of turn, you may play that card with Plot. So you plot, and then you get it. Oh, look at this copy. Wow, that's trippy. Cool. Well, saw a lot of great cards this time. Got a couple of mythics. Got the nice land and some rares from the big score. And the Slickshot and Sataro, definitely with some of the sought-after rares in the set. Not to mention High Noon. Happy to see that. But thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you have any, if you have any questions, definitely leave them down in the comments below. I'm going to be making some more videos soon on some decks. Might be seeing this guy soon in my Mono Black deck video that's coming out next. And oh. You know what? It would help if I open up all the packs. And my pre-release, I missed a pack as well. I think it just appeared there. Let's say we've got an armadillo. I love that flavor. I found the deputy. Shot the sheriff, but didn't kill the deputy. Go get a desert or a land to put on top. Got the best of boys, the dog, the hound. Jolene. When she attacks with 4 or greater, you create a treasure. Gonna put this in my Anzrag deck. Love making treasures. Over Captain Lannery Storm. Might as well. Got the Canyon Crab. The Roadrunner. We just need the Wile E. Coyote. That's all we need. And Bruce Tarl. Nice. I didn't see him in the box yet. 2 red and a white oxen you control have double strike, of course. Whenever Bruce Tarl, the rancher, enters the battlefield or attacks, exile the top card of your library. If it's a land, you make a 2/2 white ox creature token. Otherwise, you may cast it until the end of your next turn. Your next turn. That sounds really great. Just on combat alone. Gonna put this in my Boros deck. But very happy to see it. And then we got ourselves a Vanishing Verse. 2 white and a black. Exile target monocolored permanent from the big score list. Very cool. We've got a Bandit, Lush, Oasis, and a Food. Feast and Snack. He seems fun too. Tap for any color, and whenever you commit a crime, you can untap him. Ability only triggers once each turn, but almost missed it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, Wizards.